Hello, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Jason, and today we have a really exciting topic, how to be confident. And of course, I'm joined by my amazing co-host, Julia. Hi, Julia.
Hey, Jason. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. Confidence is such an important topic, especially when you're learning a new language like English.
Absolutely. Whether you're speaking in class, meeting new people, or just trying to practice English, confidence can really make a big difference. And the good news is, confidence is something you can learn and grow, just like a skill.
That's right. And in this episode, we're going to talk about what confidence really means, why it matters, and how you can build it, step by step. Even if you feel shy or nervous now, don't worry. We're here to help.
We'll also share easy daily habits, do a little role play to show what confidence sounds like, and even give you a fun speaking challenge at the end. So grab your notebook or just relax and listen. This episode is for you.
And remember, making mistakes is okay. That's part of learning. Confidence doesn't mean being perfect, it means trying anyway.
Exactly. So stay with us and let's begin this journey together. Ready, Julia?
I'm ready. Let's dive into the first part. What is confidence really?
All right, Julia. Let's start from the beginning. What is confidence really? A lot of people talk about it, but what does it actually mean?
Good question, Jason. Confidence is simply believing in yourself. It means you trust your abilities and you're not afraid to try, even if you might make a mistake.
Exactly. It's not about thinking you're perfect. It's about saying, I can do this. I will try. Confidence is more like a feeling that says, I believe in me.
And here's something important. Confidence is not something you are born with. It's something you build. Step by step, day by day.
Right. Some people think, oh, I'm just not a confident person. But actually, confidence is like a muscle. If you practice it, it gets stronger.
That's a great example. And you can be confident in different areas. For example, you might feel confident when you cook, but not when you speak English. That's normal.
Yes. I know many learners who are confident at their jobs, but they feel nervous speaking English. That doesn't mean they're not confident. It just means they need to build confidence in this new area.
Exactly. And guess what? Just listening to this podcast is a confident step. It shows you're ready to grow, so give yourself credit for that.
Yes. Give yourself a high five if you're listening right now. You're doing great.
So to summarize, confidence is believing in yourself, trying even when it's hard, and knowing that mistakes are part of learning.
That's a beautiful definition, Julia. And in the next part, we're going to talk about why confidence is so important. Not just in life, but also in learning. So now that we know what confidence really is, let's talk about why it's so important. Julia, why do you think confidence matters in everyday life?
Well, confidence helps us take action. When you believe in yourself, you're more likely to try new things, meet new people, and follow your dreams. Without confidence, people often hold back, even when they have great ideas or talents.
So true. I've seen people with amazing skills, but they stay quiet because they're afraid to speak up. Confidence helps us show the world who we really are.
Exactly. And when it comes to learning English, confidence is super important. Many learners know the words, know the grammar, but they're afraid to speak.
Yes, I've heard so many students say, I understand English, but I can't speak. And the main reason isn't their vocabulary, it's their lack of confidence.
That's why we say confidence is more powerful than grammar. You don't need perfect English to speak. You just need the courage to try.
Right. Mistakes are okay. Every native speaker made mistakes when they were children. And even adults make mistakes sometimes. The key is to keep going.
And you know what else? When you speak with confidence, even if you make a small mistake, people listen to you more. Confidence makes your message stronger.
I love that. Confidence doesn't mean you speak perfectly. It means you believe in your right to speak. And that belief makes you powerful.
So, if you're learning English and you want to speak better, don't just study grammar. Practice speaking with confidence, even to yourself in the mirror.
That's a great tip. We'll share more like that later in the podcast. But for now, just remember this. Confidence helps you in life and in language learning. It's the bridge between knowing and doing.
Beautifully said. And now let's move to the next part. Some myths about confidence. Things people think are true but are not.
Yes! Let's break those myths and set the record straight. Okay, now let's talk about something really interesting. Common myths about confidence. Julia, have you ever heard people say, you either have confidence or you don't?
Oh yes, Jason. That's myth number 1. So many people believe that confidence is something you're born with, but that's not true at all.
Exactly. Confidence is something you can build, like a skill. Nobody is born confident in everything. Even famous speakers or actors were nervous at the beginning.
That's right. So if you think, I'm just a shy person, I can't change, don't believe it. You can grow. Confidence is not a fixed personality trait.
Okay, myth number 2. Confident people never feel nervous. Totally false. Even confident people feel nervous. They just don't let fear stop them.
Yes, being confident doesn't mean you never feel scared. It means you choose to take action anyway, even when you feel nervous.
Love that. Now, here's myth number 3. If I make mistakes, people will laugh at me. Nope. In reality, most people respect you more when they see you're trying to speak, even if it's not perfect.
Exactly. And honestly, people usually don't even notice small mistakes. They're listening to your message, not your grammar.
Here's another one. Confidence means being loud and outgoing. What do you think, Julia?
Not true at all. Confidence is not about being loud. It's about being comfortable with yourself. You can be quiet and confident. You can speak softly and still have strong confidence.
That's such an important point. So let's review some of the biggest myths. Confidence is not something you're born with. Confident people still feel nervous. Making mistakes is okay. You don't have to be loud to be confident.
Exactly. Once you stop believing these myths, you'll see that anyone can be confident. Even you, dear listener.
All right, in the next part, we're going to share how you can build confidence, step by step.
Yes, this is the part where you learn what to do to become more confident every day. Let's get into it.
Welcome back. Now that we know what confidence is and what it's not, let's talk about how to build it, step by step.
Yes, confidence is like a house. You build it one brick at a time. So, let's break it down. Step 1. Start small. Don't try to do something huge on the first day. Begin with small actions. For example, say hello to someone in English or answer one question in class.
Yes, that small action gives you a little success. And success gives you energy to try again. Now, step 2. Practice every day. Confidence grows with repetition. The more you speak, the more comfortable you become.
Exactly. Even talking to yourself in the mirror counts. You can say, "Good morning, how are you today?" or describe what you're wearing.
That's a great way to warm up your brain. Step 3. Celebrate small wins. If you said one sentence today, that's a win. If you learned one new word and used it, celebrate it.
Yes, confidence doesn't come from waiting. It comes from noticing your progress. Every small step matters.
Step 4. Change your self-talk. Don't say, "I'm bad at English." Say, "I'm learning and getting better." Your brain listens to your words, so speak to yourself kindly.
That's so true. If you keep saying, "I can't," your brain believes it. But if you say, "I'm improving," you give yourself power.
Here's a good one. Step 5. Learn from mistakes. Don't fear them. Mistakes are not bad. They're teachers. If you say something wrong, now you know how to say it better next time.
Yes, the more mistakes you make, the faster you grow. Every confident speaker has made a lot of mistakes.
All right, last one. Step 6. Surround yourself with positivity. Spend time with people who support your growth. Listen to podcasts like this one, join friendly language groups, and avoid people who make you feel small.
Yes, confidence grows in a safe space. Be around people who encourage you, not criticize you.
Let's review the steps. Start small. Practice daily. Celebrate small wins. Use positive self-talk. Learn from mistakes. Stay around positive people.
Beautiful list, Jason. And remember, building confidence takes time, so be patient with yourself.
Exactly. You don't need to be confident all at once. Just take the next step.
And speaking of steps, in the next part, we'll do a fun role play, so you can hear the difference between confident and unconfident English speaking.
Ooh, I'm excited for that. Let's do it. All right, listeners, now it's time for something fun and really useful. We're going to do a short role play to show you the difference between an unconfident speaker and a confident speaker, even using simple English.
Yes, and remember, this is just to help you hear the difference. You don't need to be perfect. Just listen, learn, and try to speak with a little more confidence every day.
All right, let's do the unconfident version first. Scene. A simple conversation between two people meeting for the first time at an English class.
Hello, my name is Julia. I study English, little bit.
Oh, hi. I'm Jason. I don't speak good English, sorry.
Me too. English hard, I not good.
Yeah, me scared speaking.
Okay, stop there. That was the unconfident version. Now let's try the confident version. Same situation, same level of English, but more clear and brave. Hello, my name is Julia. I'm learning English. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Julia. I'm Jason. Nice to meet you, too. I also study English.
That's great. I speak a little, but I want to speak more.
Same here. Let's practice together. See the difference? It's not about big words. It's about energy, eye contact, even if it's just in your voice, and a willingness to try.
Yes, the first version was full of fear. The second version was friendly, open, and confident, even with simple sentences.
So, dear listener, which one sounded better to you? Probably the second one, right?
And remember, you can do it too. Start by practicing a simple, confident sentence today. Something like, "Hi, my name is Julia. I am learning English."
Say it with a smile, even if you're just saying it to the mirror. Confidence is all about practice.
All right, up next, we'll talk about daily habits that can help you build confidence in your real life.
Yes, these are simple and powerful. Let's go. Now let's talk about something really practical. Daily habits that can help you feel more confident. Not just in English, but in life, too.
Yes, these are small things you can do every day, and over time, they'll help you feel stronger, braver, and more sure of yourself.
All right, let's start with habit number 1. Speak to yourself in English every day. Even 1 or 2 sentences. For example, when you wake up, say, "Good morning. Today is a great day. I will speak English with confidence."
That's a great one. Your brain listens to your voice. When you speak positive words to yourself, your mindset changes.
Habit number 2. Stand tall and smile. Sounds simple, right? But body language affects your feelings. When you sit or stand with confidence, you feel more confident too.
It's true. Try this right now. Sit up straight, lift your head, and smile. Doesn't that feel better?
It really does. Okay. Habit number 3. Do one small brave thing each day. Say hello to someone. Join a conversation. Raise your hand in class. One small action builds your confidence muscle.
Exactly. Confidence comes from action, not from waiting. So take that tiny step. You'll feel proud of yourself.
Here's another one. Habit number 4. Write down your wins. Every evening, write one thing you did today that made you feel proud. It can be small, like I said one sentence in English.
Yes, when you write it down, your brain remembers it, and over time you see your growth.
Habit number 5. Listen to positive content. Like this podcast. Surround yourself with voices that lift you up, not tear you down.
That's so important. Your environment matters. Choose music, videos, books, and people that help you feel strong.
So let's review the habits. Speak to yourself in English. Stand tall and smile. Do one small brave thing. Write down your wins. Listen to positive content.
And if you do even one of these every day, your confidence will grow step by step.
All right. Coming up next, we'll talk about how to be confident specifically when speaking English.
Yes, this is something many learners struggle with, but don't worry. We've got tips for you.
So, Julia, now let's get to the part so many of our listeners are waiting for, how to be confident while speaking English. This is a big one, right?
Definitely, Jason. So many learners know English in their heads, but when it's time to speak, they freeze. That's normal, but there are ways to improve it. Definitely, Jason. So many learners know English in their heads, but when it's time to speak, they freeze. That's normal, but there are ways to improve it. Exactly. People care more about understanding your message than your accent or grammar. Speak clearly and slowly. That's enough.
Tip number 2. Practice speaking out loud, even when you're alone. Talk to yourself while cooking, walking, or getting ready. Say things like, I'm washing the dishes, or now I'm going to the market.
That's such a powerful trick. The more you hear your voice in English, the more comfortable you become.
Tip number 3. Use simple words with confidence. Don't wait to learn big words. Simple sentences like, I like coffee or today is sunny are real English. Use them with pride.
Yes, don't be shy about being basic. Native speakers also use simple English every day.
Tip number 4. Practice with a partner. Even 5 minutes a day with a friend, classmate, or language partner can help you gain real speaking confidence.
And don't worry about mistakes. If your partner is also learning, they understand. And if they're better than you, ask them to help in a kind way.
Tip number 5. Visualize success before speaking.